I have a warehouse job, guys, and I still manage to work on my physique. I still manage to travel. If I can do it, you can do it too. So let's talk about the whole, discipline thing, right? So I have been working a warehouse job for years now. I would say basically 8 years, right? And I know how hard it is to have a life if you have a 9 to 5 job, right? Especially a warehouse job. I know how, exhausted it can be, right? It's like you need to force yourself to actually have a little bit of life outside of your work. And I found a way to, what I'm saying, to have a warehouse job and still live my life, right? So that's what I want to talk about in this video. So the first thing, the first thing I do to make my life easier is just like having a clear goal, right? So what I do every year is that I write down my goals, right? Some people don't think it works, but me personally, I think it works, right? Because if you write down your goal, it's just gonna remind you, you know, uh, to go after what you want, to work for what you want, right? So every year, what I do is I sit down, write down my goals, and I actually put it on my screen lock, right? So you can put it on your wall, in your room. Me, I just started putting it, on my screen locks, right? And it works, bro. It works, right? So right now we are in August, and I was looking at my phone the other day, and I was like, damn, there's a lot of stuff I need to do, right? There's a lot of stuff I need to do, because the year is ending. So if you're trying to stay disciplined, the first thing you got to do is just to have a clear goal, right? Know what you want. If you want to work on your physique, if you want to lose weight, know what you want, right? Do you want to build muscle? What do you want? Have a clear goal, right? Know what you want. Is This one is like pretty much anything you want in this life, right? If you have a clear goal, know what you want, it's just much easier to achieve it, right? So the first thing I like to do is to write down all my goals, and I tend to work on them, every single day, and it just makes everything easier for me, right? So this is the first thing. Have a clear goal. The second thing is to stop relying on motivation. Motivation comes and go, right? You cannot rely on motivation, right? What happens if you wake up today and you don't feel like doing what you want? What you gotta do, right? So that's why you gotta stop relying on motivation, right? So discipline is the big thing, right? Yeah, I gotta be disciplined, right? It's like going after what you want, even if you don't feel like it, right? So like I said earlier, I have a warehouse job. I wake up some days, I have no motivation at all. I don't wanna do shit. I just wanna stay, at home and maybe go to work later. But because I have a clear goal, I know what you want. I understand that motivation comes and go, and I cannot rely on it. I just go and do what I gotta do, right? Every single day, you know. Like what I told myself is like, before going to work, I gotta go to the gym. Even if it's 45 minutes, it's 1 hour. That's perfect. I gotta show up. I have to show up. I would do everything to show up that day. So, I stop relying on motivation. Someday I wake up, I just feel so bad, bro. I just don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything at all. But because I understand that motivation comes and go, like I said earlier, I just go and do what I gotta do, right? So this is the second thing, guys. Stop relying on motivation. If you're waiting to be motivated to do stuff, you will never do it, right? And it just doesn't matter what it is in this life, you know. If you waiting to be motivated to go after your dream, it will never happen. So stop relying on motivation. Have a clear goal, right? And the third thing will be giving yourself a break. This one is important. Most of the time, we feel so behind. We don't feel like we are going where we want. We don't feel like things are working out for us. You might be trying new stuff for 6 months, and it's like nothing's working out. And because of that, you might keep forcing yourself you know, to keep moving. It's good to be motivated and maybe be trying to get much work as you can, but sometimes, bro, it's just good to give yourself a little break, right? Like literally 2 weeks ago I was in Paris, right? And it's me just allow myself to breathe, right? It just and what happens is that like you gotta celebrate a little small win, right? Because if you look back, bro, you know where you used to be. You know, even if it feels like things are not working out for you, you are not where you used to be, right? So it's good to give yourself a break. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate a small win, because we human, we're not robots. So give ourselves a little break. Celebrating a little win, just telling our brain that, you know what I'm saying, it's like a little stimulation for your brain. So it's really good to give yourself a little break. Don't You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we human, not robots. So take a break sometime. Some days you might miss, working out. That's okay. That's okay, right? As long as you don't totally give up on your dream, on your goal, I think that's okay. You know, when I was in Paris, like I say, it was about 2 weeks, right? I didn't get any chance to work out. I did not. But when I got back, I'm like, it's time to lock back in, right? So I started working out as I used to. I started eating healthy again. So it happened, things might happen. You might not be able to do what you gotta do, but we are not robots. We're human. So man, that's gonna be all for this video. If you how the this only 3 things that I'll be doing, and it's just making everything easier for me, right? The first thing was having a clear goal. The second thing is to stop relying on motivation, and the third thing is just to give myself breaks from time to time, right? So man, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. I'll bring more videos like this. And also let me know, man, if you have you work a warehouse job, just let me know, man, how do you manage to have a life outside a 9 to 5 job? Because I know it's not easy. And I'll see you in the next one, man. Have a good one. Peace.